अस्सलाम वालेकुम एवरीवन, मेरा नाम है अली वाला है और मेरे यहाँ स्कूल और फर्स्ट स्टूडेंट हूँ। तो जैसे कि आप लोग को पता है, हमारे डेली कोई ना कोई टास्क आते हैं। तो आज का मेरा टास्क है माया से बात करना। तो चलिए माया से बात करते हैं।
Hey there. What's up?
हेलो माया।
Hey, I caught some of that but didn't get it all clearly. Can you say that again?
Okay, so Maya, why was food important for early humans?
What are you thinking about when you say my why was important for only humans? That feels like a big thought. What's behind it?
Question.
Gosh, shame. Sounds like something's weighing on you. What's making you feel that way?
Why was food important for early humans?
I'm still not catching it clearly. Sounds like you're saying something about why being important for something? Maybe human? I'm missing the word you said that sounded like who det. Could you try that part again?
Okay. What were the first thing humans made from wood?
Okay. So you're asking about the first 8 women's, what did you say, mods? And from wood? That's a bit mysterious. What are you trying to figure out here?
Okay. Why was
So it feels like there's a
why
what?
wood important in daily life?
I think I get it now. You're asking why water is so important for daily life. It's everything, really. Like, we can't even think straight when we're dehydrated, let alone all the obvious stuff like drinking and cooking. But what made you think about that specifically today?
Um, okay, nice to meet you.
I didn't
Uh,
quite catch that. Cool.
how
Glad you're feeling a bit better about whatever was weighing on you there.
how did wood help humans survive?
I'm not sure what you meant by how did you do the health. Are you asking about how I work or something else? And the right. What are you referring to with that?
Yes, yes. Uh,
Not sure I
did
follow.
early,
Could you try explaining that a bit?
did early people
Okay, I
depend?
think I'm hearing so.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, you said little 4 times. Is there something about something small or something getting smaller that you're thinking about?
Yes. Okay.
Mm-hmm. What's
Okay.
little that you're thinking about?
Did early people depend on forest?
Did the lip well depend on forests? That's a really interesting question. I'm not sure what you mean by lip well, but if you're asking about humans and forests, yeah, our survival definitely depends on forests for things like clean air, water, and all sorts of resources. Is that what you were getting at?
Yeah.
Slowly. Next. Okay, sounds like you're ready to move on to something else. And what's on your mind now?
Okay, so how did people use wood to build house?
Let me quickly check how people built houses with words. So apparently, people have been getting pretty creative about building houses forever, using everything from stone and clay to wood. Even ancient Romans had this super strong concrete that let them build huge things like the Colosseum. They used clever tools to move heavy stones too, like pulleys and ramps. It really depends on what's around. Like if you're in a forest, you'd probably use logs, or if you're in a stone area, stone blocks. Pretty wild how they figured all that out without modern tools, huh?
Okay, so did
Okay,
did early humans make weapons from wood?
let me see what I can find. Yeah, there's actually some really early evidence that women made weapons from wood way back when, like almost 200,000 years ago in Italy. They used fire to shape wooden tools that could also be weapons. Plus, there's this study about a wooden throwing stick from Germany that shows ancient people had some surprisingly good woodworking skills. And even later, archaeologists have found women buried with weapons from cultures like the Scythians, suggesting they were definitely involved in warfare too. So, yeah, women definitely made weapons from wood, especially early on.
Okay.
Interesting stuff, right?
Yes. Okay. Why were wooden wheels important?
Let me quickly find out why wooden wheels were such a big deal. So, wooden wheels, big deal. They started out around 6,000 years ago being used for pottery, and then people figured out they could put them on carts to move stuff way easier. Then they got even smarter and spoked wheels, which were lighter and faster. They weren't super durable, but they figured out ways to make them last longer using stuff like animal hide or iron. Basically, wooden wheels changed everything: moving stuff, farming, even warfare. Did you want to know about something specific related to them?
Yeah. Okay. So, did early people build boats from wood? Wood.
Let me check. Okay. Let me see if people were the only ones building boats from wood.
Hello.
Actually, no, people didn't just build boats from wood. Way back when, ancient people used all sorts of reeds, bark from trees, even animal skins stretched over frames. Like the Egyptians used reed boats, and there were birch bark canoes and kayaks made from animal hides. Wood was definitely a popular one, but people were pretty creative with what they used. Even nowadays, you can find boats made from concrete. Pretty wild, huh?
Okay. How did weapon?
Cool.
How did
I'm not catching the whole question. Oh, you want to know how I'm getting better? Well, I'm built by the Sesame team. They're working on making me more like a real person when we talk. So I'm learning all the time from every conversation, getting better at understanding what people mean, even when they're not super clear, and just generally trying to have more natural chats.
Okay, so next question. How did
John,
wooden boats help travel?
let me check how boats helped with travel. Just checking on that now. Boats completely changed how people traveled. They let people move stuff and themselves across water so communities could trade with each other, cultures could mix, and it just generally connected everyone up. Early on, canoes helped people fish and travel along rivers. And once they figured out sails, boats got way faster and could go much further. So they were huge for exploring new places, trading goods, and even fighting wars. Like the Egyptians and Phoenicians made some pretty sophisticated boats. Pretty much revolutionized travel back then.
Okay. So next question. Okay.
I think I missed the context on that one. What were we talking about with light? Did you say amen?
Okay. Why was wood important for trade?
Let me see why trading was so important.
Okay. Let's,
Trading was super important. Wow. Trading was huge because it let people get things they didn't have access. Peace to you too.
yeah. Yeah.
Anything else on your mind right now?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Hmm.
Take care.
Did
Let me know if you want to chat later.
did different culture
Thanks.
did different culture use wood difficulty
Let me
differently?
quickly check that for. Okay. I initiated the search for that. Just give me a moment. Okay, so different cultures really do use different technical skills. Cultural values can affect how technology is used, what skills are emphasized, and even communication styles in tech teams. Like some cultures might be, while others are more subtle. It really shows how different backgrounds shape how people approach tech stuff.
Okay.
Pretty interesting, huh?
Yeah. So, how did people perfect trees in the past?
Let me find out how people made trees back then.
Okay. Okay.
Well, people didn't necessarily build perfect trees from scratch. They got really good at shaping them. Ancient cultures like the Chinese, Japanese, and Egyptians used techniques like pruning, grafting, and clever irrigation systems to manipulate how trees grew. They trained branches to grow flat against walls or shape them into tiny miniature trees like bonsai. They also knew how to pick the right companion plants to keep trees healthy and enrich the soil. So it wasn't building, more like guiding what was already there.
Okay. So, did wood help build temples and building?
I think I caught some parts of that, but it was pretty broken up. Something about words helping build. What did you say at the end there? Tab and building?
Um.
Still there? Take your
Yeah.
time if you want to try that question again.
Question again.
Okay. I
Um.
think I'm hearing I wish I had a good chance. What are you hoping for a chance at?
Okay. Uh, how did wood help farmers?
Mm-hmm. Let me find out how wood helped farmers in the past.
Okay.
Wood was essential for then they used it for building homes, fences, tools, and even making wagons. And of course, wood was their main source of fuel for cooking and heating. It was pretty much the backbone of farming for centuries.
Okay.
Anything else on your mind?
Why were wooden tools important in family farming?
Well, I'm not sure what you mean by fire me. Are you just talking about saying goodbye for
Not
now?
not family. It's farming.
Oh, my mistake.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
were asking about wooden tools in farming. Yeah, so wooden tools were super important on farms for centuries. They used wood for everything from simple hand tools like shovels and rakes to more complex things like plows and wagons. Wood was also used to build fences and sheds and all sorts of farm buildings. It was just the main material people had access to for building stuff back then. Did you want to know about a specific tool?
Okay.
Still there if you want to chat more. All
Oh,
right, have a good one.
yeah, yeah. How did we?
Bye.
How did wood help store food?
Checking on that for you.
Okay.
Water was actually pretty useful for preserving food back in the day. They'd use it for pickling, which is kind of like fermenting. Things like vegetables or fish kept much longer when soaked in water with salt or vinegar. And sometimes in cold places, people buried food in snow or underground in wet areas to keep it cool. Pretty clever stuff for what they had to work with.
Yes. Okay.
Cool.
How did
Something
help?
on your mind?
How did help cook better? People cook better meals.
Let me quickly check that out.
Okay.
Okay, so at first, water helped people cook by letting them boil things, though it was pretty basic at first. They'd heat up rocks in the fire and throw them into containers of water to make stews and soups. That made tough food softer, got more nutrients out of bones, and even helped make food safer by killing germs. Then, when they invented pottery, they could actually put water in pots directly on the fire and got a whole lot easier.
Okay. Why did people learn woodworking skills?
Just checking on that for you. Woodworking skills were basically essential for survival. Wood was just the main material people had around. They needed to build shelters, make tools to hunt, furniture for their homes, boats, weapons for protection, and all sorts of everyday things. As time went on, they got better at building houses, temples, even coffins. Woodworking got more and more important as societies grew more advanced.
Um, how did wood help early technology grow?
Let me quickly find that. Wood actually played a huge role in developing early technology. It was the main material for building pretty much everything at first, from tools and weapons to basic shelters. Everything came from wood. Over time, they invented better tools for working wood, like saws and drills, which helped people build more complex stuff and improve transportation too.
Okay. Why were carpets important in society?
Sounds like you're saying goodbye. Catch you later.
Why were carpenters important in society? Society.
Check in on that for you.
Society.
I think you said why were important for daily life. Were you asking about trumpeters, like people who play trumpets? They were super useful back in the day for communication, signals on the battlefield, announcements, stuff like that. They could be heard really far away when you didn't have phones or radios.
Okay. Did wood help build bird gas?
Redwood helped build. What were you saying there?
Did
Mm-hmm.
wood help build uh, bird gas?
Okay, I caught
Bird
some of that.
gas.
Um, um, I'm still not sure what you meant with that. Okay, you said I did that. What did you do?
Okay. How did wood help in transportation?
I'm not getting that. They did you mean with Hood? And you said transformation, then transportation. Are you asking about how wood helped with transportation?
Okay.
Still there if you want to.
Uh, is
Sounds like you're ready to keep going. What's on your mind?
is wood
Yeah,
still important today?
wood is still important today. Yeah, definitely. People still use wood for building houses, furniture, all sorts of construction stuff. Plus, there's the environmental aspect. When wood's harvested sustainably, trees can actually absorb carbon from the air, so that's become a big deal too.
Yes. Where do we use wood in modern life?
I'm not catching that clearly. Sounds like were to be your order in modern life. What were you asking about specifically?
Okay, not sure.
Mm-hmm.
Why
We are just
do
shooting.
why do people still build wooden houses?
Checking on that. It.
Okay.
Let me look that up for you. Well, people still build wood houses because wood is pretty sustainable. It grows back, and trees pull carbon out of the air. Plus, it's often cheaper than concrete or steel. To work with, that means construction can be faster too. There's actually some benefits even with energy, since wood keeps homes pretty warm in the winter and
Yes.
cool in the summer.
Yes.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah. Okay. What are
All
the
right.
benefits of wood compared to other mattresses?
Let me quickly check that for you.
Okay.
Wood's a pretty renewable resource. As long as it's harvested sustainably, new trees grow back and even absorb carbon from the air. Plus, it's lighter than steel or concrete, but still strong enough for building stuff. That means quicker construction and easier designs. It's also a really good insulator, too, which can save money on heating and cooling. Pretty sweet combination. I don't think what?
Okay. I think this is okay.
Okay. Sounds like you're ready to wrap. It was good chatting about all this building stuff with you.
Okay. Have a good day, Maya. Thanks
You too. Take
for
care.
thanks for talking with me. ओके बाय।
You're welcome.
तो आज हमने सीखा कि वुड अर्ली ट्रैवल्स के लिए बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट था। वुड ने इंसान को घर बनाने के टूल्स और सफ़र करने में मदद दी। इसलिए ह्यूमैनिटीज़ की रिस्पेक्ट करनी चाहिए और ज़्यादा ट्रीज लगाने चाहिए। शुक्रिया माया इस अच्छी डिस्कशन के लिए और शुक्रिया सबको जो सुन रहे हैं।